A lot of moving about, so apologies for that. I don't know, has anybody heard of the Pampered Chefs that are based in Kent at all? No. I know there's one lady at the front who has. Well, we're a company that do live cooking shows in your home. So if you've ever seen a body shop party or something like that, we do that, but we feed your friends at the end of the evening. So what we're going to do today is we're going to promote our products, show you some of the great kitchen equipment that we have at the Pampered Chef, and we're going to make for you an 8-minute hot fudge cake with hot fudge sauce. So we are 8 minutes away from absolute heaven. We're also going to make for you a gorgeous, you're quite happy with that at the front? Good. We're also going to make a beautiful roasted red pepper dip for you and just show you how easy some of our recipes can be at the Pampered Chef. If at the end of the demonstration today you like what you see, feel free to come pick up a leaflet. There's a website on there, you can go online, get recipes to test drive at home. We even have recipes for people who are on a budget, so if you want to have a look, feel free to do so. First things first, let's get cooking. Okay, we're going to make our fudge cakes in our batter bowls. Now, you will have seen Delia Smith use our batter bowls. She uses them for everything on all her adverts. This is normally when I do like to say, do you like my jugs? Fabulous jugs we do at the Pampered Chef. So the advantage to these are we can bake in them, we can freeze them, we can microwave and we can dishwash them. So we're actually going to make our fudge cake in here and we're going to microwave it in the microwave and it's going to rise beautifully and you're all going to go ooh when it turns out, okay? Thank you to the man at the back who went ooh ahead of time. Okay, so in here we have our soft light brown sugar, 5 ounces of that all in here ready for you. If you like our jugs, they're fantastic. They don't have any burping at the Pampered Chef, that's Tupperware. We just put things on and they stay airtight. So the men in the room, just to let you know, there are instructions. It does say lift here, just in case you're challenged. So it's really easy. So when you put something in the fridge, it's going to be airtight in here. So whether you're making porridge, you're baking stuff in the oven, it can all be done in your lovely jug. They come in 2 sizes, so we've got large and we've got the smaller one. 1 litre and 2 litre, depending on how much food you're feeding. How many food you're feeding? How many people you're feeding. Okay, so we're going to take the lid off this one, which is really airtight. If you're marinating any sort of meat, if you buy some beautiful meat from the lovely butcher we just saw, stick it in here with your marinade, put the lid on, the smell's not going to invade the rest of your fridge. So in here we've got our golden brown sugar. That's right, stay with me. Next we're going to put in 6 tablespoons of golden syrup. Now normally I would measure this into our really handy measuring jug. Does anybody here make flapjacks and tray bakes and things like that? Does no one here bake? Oh, well done lady at the back. If you were at one of my shows you'd get a sweetie, but it's a bit dangerous, health and safety. Okay, you haven't got goggles on. Okay, so here's our lovely syrup. We're going to stick it in. This is measured out into our prep bowls. I know everyone sees celebrity chefs on television. They've got all these lovely little glass bowls that are brilliant, but they don't go in your oven, they don't freeze, they don't microwave and they don't dishwash. So our little prep bowls at the Pampered Chef do everything you can want from a little bowl. And we do them in lots of different sizes. They all come with lids. And they come in 6 of the small ones and 2s of the bigger ones. Okay, so in goes our golden syrup. Is it looking good already? Golden syrup, brown sugar, lovely. Next up we're going to stick in, she says, 4 tablespoons of double cream. So here's our double cream. I've just dropped an egg, so let's hope we get this in the bowl. This is our double cream, all measured out in our easy measuring cup. Fantastic bit of kit. Took me 3 months to work out how to use, but now I wouldn't use anything else to measure my liquids. So you just pour it in, push it out, and wipe it across the top. Everything's now out of the measuring jug and into our bowl. Fantastic when you do syrups, mustards, mayonnaise. You can just measure, push, and wipe off. If you're doing things like milks and creams and water, you would normally use the other side, and there you can measure in cups, pints, teaspoons, tablespoons, fluid ounces and mils. So fabulous bit of kit there from the Pampered Chef. So in there we've got our golden syrup, our sugar, our double cream. Next up we're going to stick in some cocoa because we want this to be chocolatey. We've got 1 ounce of cocoa we're going to whack in now. And the kids have arrived. Okay, cocoa's in. And next up we're going to put in 1 ounce of butter. So here's our butter all measured out, 1 ounce going in here. And what this is going to make is this is going to make the hot fudge sauce that's going to dribble all over our gorgeous cake. Just to let you know, if you are worried about the calorie content of this recipe, we do Weight Watchers recipes and Slimming World. Yes. They're not very exciting, but not as good for you as this is. So this is now going to go in the microwave. We're just going to nuke this so that the sauce is lovely and hot and boiling. And we're going to nuke it in the microwave for 2 minutes. So we want this to bubble. My lovely colleague is going to do that. See, look, I got a helper. Very exciting. So while that's going in the oven, we're going to get everything ready to do the sponge. And this is going to be like a batter mix. So if anybody bakes and does batter mixes at home, this is what you're going to see here. Now I'm looking for my microwave cooker, which I rushed out the back, I think. Oh no, found it. Don't worry. Thank you. Okay. If anybody has children who've gone to university, this is an essential bit of equipment. This is for their beans, their pasta, anything that they make in the microwave. So these are our microwave cookers. They're fabulous because the lids go on, cock a hoop slightly to the side, you twist it to lock, and then you've got drainers built into the top. So if you've microwaved, for example, baked beans, the steam escapes, you're not going trying to get the baked beans out. If you've done something like peas in the microwave, new potatoes, you just strain it, pasta, and it's ready to go. It's even got measurements on the inside if you have trouble doing your rice and pasta. So we'll pop that down there, and we're going to stick in there some butter. And this is the butter that we need to make the sponge, okay? So in goes the butter for the sponge. Ooh, she says, it's a bit stiff. Ooh. English butter, by the way. If you're going to bake, use English butter. No good going for the Irish. Oh, only joking. Right, in it goes. Fabulous. Whack that in. Okay. Just to let you know, I am insured if you invite me to your house. I've got a £100,000 insurance policy, just in case. Okay. So we put the lid on slightly cock-a-hoop and we twist it to lock. And now we're going to just melt our butter so it's going to be all lovely and creamy in a minute. So we're going to get a little jug, because into our cake mix we're going to need eggs. Oh, 2 eggs. Here we have happy eggs. I don't know how they know they're happy. Very excited. Right, 2 happy eggs. Top tip, if ever you're breaking eggs, always break them into something other than the one you're putting a mixture in. Otherwise, if the egg is bad, it will ruin everything. Does anyone know how to get the shell out? If you break the shell and it goes into your mixture? Anybody got any? What was that? With your finger. Was that absolutely correct, sir? Well done. Always use your finger. Sorry, no, don't always use your finger. What am I saying? Always use the shell of the egg. That's very good, you got me. If you use the shell of the egg, there's actually a chemical reaction between the 2 bits of shell. And you'll actually see them draw towards each other. So top tip, no finger. Going home in a minute. No finger and no spoons. Always the bit of shell. Okay, so our eggs are broken. They look like happy eggs. And our sauce is done. Fabulous. Okay, so here's our sauce, which you can see. Can you see? I don't know. Can you see? Is it looking good? Is it all right? Smells really nice. Okay, so if you want me to come cook this for you, I can. Otherwise, I can do you a healthy option. We do barbecue shows if you've got a good garden with coverage. So there's our sauce looking all delicious and lovely. Now my top tip is leave the sauce to settle now. Give it a good whisk. Fantastic whisks we do at Pampered Chef. The advantage is they don't ping out when you put them in. They're perfectly balanced. I think that needs a bit longer. Sorry, my butter's not quite, can you see, not quite done. A little bit longer, is that alright, darling? Thank you. So we're going to take our eggs. To make our sponge mixture, I'm just going to move that out of the way, otherwise you won't see anything. We're going to take our flour. So this is self-raising flour, a little bit of cocoa, more soft brown sugar, and our 2 eggs. And we're just going to nuke that for a second. We do a smaller microwave cooker for those of you who have students who don't eat so much. Top tip, if you don't want to buy a microwave cooker but you want to clean your microwave, stick a bit of lemon in there with some water and microwave and it will clean off like a dream. So just a top tip for you there. Thank you very much. Beautiful assistant. Oh, it's great, I've got an assistant. That's good. Okay. So here's our butter. You can see all melted in our microwave, and as you can see, if you touch the handles, it's not going to be hot. So into here we're going to whack, she says, we're going to whisk up our eggs first. We're going to use our little baby whisk, for those of you who do a lot of bechamel sauces and things like that. Okay, give it a quick zhuzh. Lovely, all zhuzhed up. And now we're going to whack everything else into there. So we're going to whack in the light soft brown sugars going in. There we go. We're going to stick in our gorgeous flour and our lovely cocoa. In that goes. Plop that in like that. Fabulous. Then we're going to whack in our eggs. All in one bowl. Does this look interesting to people who hate cooking? Everything in one bowl. I went to my Pampered Chef party, my first one. My mother made me go because I don't eat fruit, vegetables, fish, eggs, cheese or nuts. And she thought my children needed to eat slightly better food. I've been with the company now for 7 years. Still can't cook, but I love it. Just to let you know, we are recruiting if anyone can't cook and wants to join, or if anyone thinks they can do it better than me, I'd love to have you. Okay. I'm making a bit of a mess, but that's fine because it's not my kitchen. Not got to worry about that. Give it a good go with the whisk, and you'll notice that our whisks are really easy to get everything out of. Just a good bang, and all your cake mixture is going to come out of there like that. So we're going to give it another go. Get those eggs mixed in. Can you see that at the back? Is that all right? Everyone see? Okay. Give it a good go. If you want to do any fundraisers, we raise money for charity. You can come and see us at stand 473. At the minute we're raising money for breast cancer research. We've raised over £1 million over the last 3 Octobers for that charity. But if you've got a charity you feel strongly about, give us a call, let us come and do a fundraiser and raise some money for you. Okay, hot fudge sauce, cake mix. It's like, whew, okay. Now we do lots of spatulas at Pampered Chef. Has anybody here got a spatula that's melting? Getting shorter and shorter and shorter? No? Yes? Anybody ever baked a spatula into a sponge cake? No? I have. Just to let you know, they turn out exactly like this. Nothing happens to them, they're perfect. So just, our spatulas are made of silicone. Fantastic on the children. Only joking. So these will not melt. So if you leave these in your frying pan, your stir fry pan, it won't melt. They're moulded as one thing, so they can't come apart from the other bits. And they are fantastically flexible. So this one is obviously for the jar lickers amongst you. Anyone who must have the bottom of any jar, this is yours. It goes into the bottom of all the ketchup jars, nice and neat and tidy. So we're going to use this one, which I think is the baker's spatula. This is called our master scraper, and for this recipe I think it's genius. So you take your spatula, and as you can see, you can lift your cake batter mix onto this one. And what you do is you start at the outside edge and you're slowly going to lower it in over the top of the cake. So nice and gentle. You don't want it to... I forgot to put the milk in. Where's the milk? I did bring it out. Anyone see the milk? No, is it just me? No. I've just... Okay, that's fine, I'll do it with this. So we're going to use, sorry, I forgot 4 tablespoons of milk. It will be fine. I have done this at a show and forgotten the milk. It's only slightly dry. I haven't got my measurer. It's fine. So we're going to put in a bit of milk. Don't worry, it's fine. I've done it before. No idea what I'm doing. It's all fine. Thanks to the gentleman at the back who's smiling. Thanks. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit sloppier. That's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. That's why I don't let you see a picture before I start. Okay. Give it a good whack around. There we go. Need a good shoulder for this cake. And now what we're going to do is, you can see it's a completely different mixture, and hopefully that side's going to sink and this side's going to look beautiful. So we'll start again, and we just go gently from the edge over to the middle. If anybody is sitting here thinking I'm very like Miranda Hart, I know. Everyone keeps telling me. Oh, hello, it's music. Okay. Okay, I know it's boring, but for God's sake. Okay, so just go from the edge over the middle. Can you all see that? Working beautifully. If this comes out horribly wrong, I'll blame it on whoever's playing the loud music. It'll be fine. Won't be my fault at all. Okay. So we're nearly there with our mixture. And you can make this recipe if you wanted to do. You could do banoffee in here. It'd be fine.